My name's Antony B Williams from blackfilm.com, and I have one of the stars from Step Up season 3 on STARZ airing now. He's great. He's a fantastic actor, and he's here now. How you doing, Terayle Hill in the house?
I'm grateful. I'm excited to be here. I appreciate you. Thank you for the intro. I'm happy. I'm good.
You know the good thing. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Is this one of the first interviews you've had from somebody from the UK?
From the UK, I would probably say, unless somebody was there and didn't tell me. But yeah, what I understand, this might be the first time I'm talking to somebody from the UK. Hopefully,
hey, you see, I always get the exclusives.
Yeah, okay. I'm very honored to be here, and I have a lot of good
friends. You're honored, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed to speak to talented actors like yourself. Okay. Cool. Right, Terayle, in season 3, you've been promoted. You've you ready for the line? You ready for the line, Terayle? You've stepped up. Love that. I'm here all night in the role as Marquise. Are you excited, particularly in season 3?
I think season 3 might be the most exciting time of my career. You know what I mean? I've never had an opportunity to be a part of a lead cast, and the ensemble cast is incredible. But this is the first time I've ever had so much work to do on screen. You know, I was on season 1 and 2 as well, but this is the first season where I was moved up to a regular. So I'm in awe still.
So you're enjoying it. And it's been, you know, I've watched season 1 and season 2, but season 3, you've taken more of a more instrumental part in the actual show. Was that something that was meant to happen?
I'm gonna say it was meant to happen because God, you know what I mean? I feel like that's how God works. Here, I was made aware. Yeah, I was made aware during the transition from season 2 to season 3 that they were considering making my character more important to the storyline in season 3. And actually got that news like probably as soon as the pandemic started. So I had an unlimited is the wrong word, but undetermined, that's the word I'm looking for. Undetermined amount of time to prepare. I didn't know if I had 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, but in my head, I was like, all right, let me make sure I can bring Marquise to life and do my very best, because if I'm being asked to do more, I just want to show up more. So, you know, I'm happy it worked out.
Yeah, and I suppose, you know, I watched the show, particularly season 3, and you play the part really well. And I suppose that's due to life experiences and, you know, what you've gone through in the past to get you where you are now. So you're going in the right direction, just like the show. I mean, it was on YouTube for season 1 and season 2. And then it moved to STARZ, bigger production, bigger money, bigger everything. What was that like transition wise?
You know, so if I'm not mistaken, time frame wise, I think season 2 aired and also finished like sometime around 2019, mid 2019. And then YouTube Red kind of like dissolved a few shows, if I'm not mistaken. They switched to premium, and then STARZ picked it up. But of course, the pandemic happened. Yeah, and lost in the cast as well. Rest in peace. So there were a few hiccups that kind of kept us from going straight into production. I knew in 2020 that there was a chance I might be a lead, but we didn't start shooting until like a whole year later. And even after we wrapped the show, like I think we wrapped like May 2021. You guys in the whole world is saying October 2022. You know, there's a lot of things that can hold up production. But you know, when it happens, it makes it feel that much better. You know, I'm very grateful to be looking at it now. When I was on the cast in 2017, almost 6 years later, you're still strong,
and it's going strong, and particularly season 3. It was filmed in COVID time. You know, was you eating a lot? I mean, was you doing any exercise? Were you just chilling? I mean, I suppose my question really is, how did you kind of get back into the role physically and mentally?
Yeah, for sure. Well, that pandemic time, like I said, that prep time. So I had just got back to the crib. I was basically staying in my hometown in Moreno Valley again for the first time since college. I was in my mom's garage, basically just doing doing prison workouts.
Prison workout.
I swear to God, Marquise went in. I didn't know what to expect, so I swear to God, this is on everything. You can ask anybody who knows who was there. Like,
yeah.
I didn't have no equipment. It was the pandemic. Gyms were shut down, so you know the little banister at the top.
Yeah.
Pull-ups off of the winners. I'm just
press ups.
Push-ups. I'm just lifting stuff. Just
we go
get right.
Lifting bags of sugar. Yeah. That's enough. That's enough. Yeah.
And I also didn't know what would be taking place musically as well. Too.
Okay. Yeah. As an artist.
Yeah, because as soon as season 2 ended, my character had rapped. So I mean, I also had the cliffhanger of, okay, am I going to have to write more music or not? So
sure.
Time, basically in the pandemic, I was doing prison workouts and studying and writing.
Prison workouts. I like that.
All right, Marquise is in jail and he rapping. So that's all I did. I wrote music and I worked out.
Yeah. Listen, I did a similar. I didn't write music. Although off air we were talking about, I used to be a rapper. And then we laughed. And then you said, "Hell no!"
I didn't say that. Hey.
You didn't say that. Okay. Right. Whilst watching Step Up season 3, and I've got to say this, where's the camera? Terayle.
What happened?
Now, I've been watching this, and I've got to say, it's got a lot sexier. It's got a lot more raunchy. Anyway, this is the end of the show. Thank you so much, Terayle Hill, for coming up. No, and the scenes are getting a bit more. I mean, it was just straight out the block. And I was watching, and I had a couple of nephews here as well, and nieces, and I was like, I had to pause it. Off you go, get out. And then play it again because I was like, damn. I was watching it, and I had to say to myself, well, okay, I'll watch this. What I do, I'm going to do some research, and I did some research.
Man,
how was that? How do you play that kind of role?
I think I understand the question.
Yeah.
So, big shout out to STARZ. One thing that my brother in the show Terrence said earlier on, as we were like talking and communicating, was just we just have a much bigger playground. You know what I mean? Because when you are storytelling to keep people captivated, especially adult audiences, you want to have enough elements to bring a good show together. You know what I mean? We're including real life elements inside of season 3, and that, of course, is part of it.
Yes, hell yeah.
Step Up, of course, is a very, very beautiful, close-knit, tight family.
It is. You can tell.
Family. So even on set, everybody felt safe. Everybody felt protected. My cast, Rebby, and she's also from the UK. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I know. Great actress.
Rebby is, man, she's killing it. But
great.
A complete professional, as well as somebody I have nothing but love and respect for, a really good friend of mine. So it's really just a safe environment. You know what I mean? The scenes themselves, for personal reasons, it'd be a little uncomfortable, but more so not because like any other thing, because I'm okay as an artist to be used any way I have to. I think it's just more so like seeing it. Okay. I'm like, oh no. I'm in this place in my career now where the roles and the things that I'm being asked to do and everything that's happening is changing, and then it's an exciting time. So I'm honestly very receptive and open to whatever I feel safe with. I'm extremely safe with the set of Step Up. So whatever comes in my career now, I just kind of approach everything with an open mind and just communicate with everybody involved, and we make art. So I'm grateful for the challenge of doing things in my career I've never done before.
I like the way you used art. That's good. I mean, I love that because that's what it is in essence.
I don't want to cut you off, but I just have to say this because we was in
sure
yesterday. I have nothing but love and respect for everybody involved in Step Up because I've been watching since season 1. You have to not only know how to act, but the dancers on here have so much body control.
Phenomenal.
Best dancers on the planet.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I watch them dance and I get tired just watching them because I know it's.
I sat in on a rehearsal one time, like I ain't doing enough. Like as an actor, I'm like, I come to work and the only thing I want to do is act. Y'all act, y'all sweat, y'all really out here doing
Dance, everything. Yeah,
it's a real art form. So I'm in a very artistic environment. It makes me feel more comfortable. And so, like, even when they were really clicked up, you know what I mean? Now that I'm set more often and around them, it didn't feel any different. The love felt there. Everybody felt very open and receptive to everybody. You know what I mean? It was just a really good, healthy environment to do work and be focused and to show love and spread love. So
yeah, and you can see you guys are spreading love amongst each amongst each other. You like the line? It's just off the top of my head. Spreading love. Love the way you spread love. Okay. Love that. Okay. In season 3, I've been watching it. I'm sure a lot of the viewers are really enjoying it. Do you need to actually watch season 1 and season 2 to kind of get the essence of season 3, or do you just go straight, or could you just go into season 3 and watch
so I love
show?
This question, right? I love this question. Earlier in the season, a friend of mine told me, I think I want to just jump to season 3 because on the network, it'll be very different anyway, and they have to put it together. And when I watched the first episode, I was like, oh, Step Up is genius. They wrapped up season 1 and season 2 very well in that very first episode. And there are so many contextual flashbacks that I do believe that you have enough context from episode 1, season 3 to start at season 3. And
Good. Because I watched a little bit of season 1 and season 2, but it's what you were saying. I started binge watching. But the good thing about the show as well is they do a lot of catch-ups as well when you start the following show. You know, what happened the previous show and the first show, the first episode of season 3 kind of goes back to season 2, just to give you an idea. So what you're saying is right, and I'm telling you now, you will not get in trouble. I want to talk about the directors, the producers, the writers who you work with, just like Holly Sorensen and Jamaica Craft, just to name but a few. I mean, what's the relationship like in terms of, you know, the cast members and the creators, the directors, producers, the writers of the show? If you've got an idea, could you bring it to the hierarchy, as it were?
Well, I mean,
that's a good question, you know.
This question is
I'm on fire today. I'm on fire. I'm fire.
Right now.
Look, yeah.
So this season, and I'm pretty sure I'm 100% right about this. We had a season director by the name of Dawn Wilkinson, and shout out to Dawn. I love Dawn. Working with Dawn Wilkinson was like a dream come true, only because outside of her being a phenomenal director, I kind of felt like I was being walked through my first time as a lead with somebody so closely attached to the details. It kind of easy to know I felt comfortable to ask questions. I felt comfortable to like, hey, what about this? What about that? And that's the environment that it had. And of course, Holly put together the all-star squad, the creator of the show, and did her thing. There were other directors who were attached to this season, but I like directors who can work with the actors directly, especially when it comes to if there is anything going on in the script or any questions about, you know, story or why or what, and, you know, and that dynamic I think is super important. I went to, just for context, I went to Clark Atlanta University, but I studied film there. So I learned behind the scenes before I ever had my first television job, which makes me even more appreciative.
Sure.
Who work below the line in production and above the line in production behind the scenes to make what happens on camera. So the directors are a huge part of that. And that director-actor relationship bond is tight.
But talking about the writers, the directors, producers, want to also move on to some of the actors as well. Now, I didn't even know, you know, until I was watching him, Neo, Christina, Millyanne, Terrence Green, to name but a few. these guys, particularly Neo and Christina Milian, you know, singers, and I've seen them now act. And they're fantastic. What's the kind of relationship that you have with those guys on set?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, storyline wise, I talk to Neo's character more than I've talked to Christina's character. However,
yes,
it's the same love.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
It's like an air of like, oh, this is really family. But then there's like this little ounce of, oh, this is also somebody who, when you talk about Neo, stomped the yard. He's been acting for years. Red Tails. He's been doing his thing for a very long time. And he's in the role of Sage Odom. And Christina came in and did her thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Killed it.
He's doing the role of Colette.
Just like Neo, yeah.
Man, I know Naya is proud. You know what I mean? And like I said, Christina's been at this for a long time too.
Yeah.
Plus the thing and everything in between. She's been doing her thing. So like getting to work with these legends, I think from the person who kind of grew up kind of watching those projects, as well as like in a time frame where I can like develop even the interest for acting, to be standing next to these folks. That much more. So I don't ever be like trying to like fan out too much when I'm around environment, but there's a certain level of appreciation that I have in the back of my head at all times that to stand next to people so talented. You know what I mean? It makes me try my best, and not only because, you know what I mean, I don't want to look stupid, but because I know they actually are. Christina filmed this season.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
So we're on set for 18 hours and my feet hurt. But Christina is here doing her thing.
It's working.
I ain't got no excuse not to know my lines, not to show up on time, and work, and not to be bring positive energy to the set.
Yeah, do you know what it is as well? You know, I pick up on what you were saying. It's all about levels. So you see what they're doing level wise, and then you want to step up to your level, and then everybody else is doing the same thing, and that's why you've got a hit show. Okay, I suppose moving on from that, kind of wrapping up now, is they're talking about obviously season 3, which I love. Season 1, season 2's gone. Season 4, have they actually even mentioned season 4, season 5? Is there any kind of whispers about it, or is it just
way above my pay grade? I have no clue. But here's
I can see that happening.
Of course, for the last 18 months of waiting for the show to come out, I've come up with like 20 different storylines that could work for season 4. So I feel like
you want to be a writer.
I feel like, for sure, want to be a writer. But I would say I know if I think I know what I know, the writers have a plan, and I pray it gets to come back. That's all depending on how people receive the show.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's going to be more based off of what the people want. If the people don't want a new season, then I think that's what's going to be determining. But based off of Twitter, Instagram comments, and just overall interaction, people love the show. I would love it.
Well, you know, I know the people from STARZ, so I'll make the call.
Hey, put a good word in for me too, bro.
Yeah. I've got your own show ready. You know, we can call it the Antony and Terayle show. Sounds good.
First too, if you make this happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on it. You know, just send me the money. But finally, really, what can people expect from Marquise Howard on season 3? What can they expect?
I think you're going to meet him for the first time. I think we've seen Marquise season 1. I think we've seen Marquise in season 2, but we get to really know and understand not only who he is, but why he is in season 3. And especially in the episodes to come, I think there's going to be a lot in store for the fans who really like the show. Can't really give nothing up, but I think if you haven't already given the show a shot, and hopefully Marquise holds your attention for a part of that with the rest of the cast. You know what I mean? I don't want to give up much, but I definitely feel like you're going to meet Marquise and you're going to get to know him in and out by the finale for sure.
I do have one final question.
Okay, what's up?
This is my final question.
Okay.
And I've got it on the card right here. Let's bring it forward. Blackfilm.
No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah. Out of all the interviews that you've had, it's just me, man. I can't help it. Is this one of the best UK interviews you've had. It's the only one.
This is the best one I've had in the UK, hands down. And you know what? I'll go as far as say it's one of the best ones I've ever done. I appreciate this.
From the UK.
Most fun I've had. You're an incredible host, man. And
thank you.
Holding it down. I'm grateful to be on the platform. For real.
Thank you. The check's in the post. Although people don't do checks anymore, I'll wire you some money.
I mean, you can send me a check. I'll make it work.
Okay. So thank you so much, Terayle Hill, for coming on the show. Really most appreciated. Step Up Season 3 is on STARZ, airing now. My name's Antony B. Williams from blackfilm.com. I'll see you soon. Until then, say goodbye.
Goodbye. That's for me, right? Okay, I'm sorry.
Let's start again.
Hey, okay. Right. Go.
Okay, and we'll see you soon. And it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from
my dog. I mean, me. Hey, I'll make that up.
Oh man!
One more time. It's 8 o'clock.
I'm not being funny, Terayle. This part's easy.
Man,
I'm just annoyed. I'm just upset.
All I had was toothpaste this morning. I'm gonna get my energy right.
Okay, and it's goodbye from me and
goodbye from Terayle, who plays Marquise on STARZ. And thank you, Black Film. I appreciate you, my peoples.
Word.
If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.